Hey guys, I'm JB and I'll be serving my third summer of CentriKid with you guys on CK5. I am from Macon, Georgia. I was born here in Macon, currently living in Macon. I was raised in Macon. I am a third-year student at Macon State College, which is where I'm at right now. I know, that's cool. And I am majoring in early childhood education and also majoring in special education. I eventually want to get my master's in education and minor in photography. I have two incredible parents, and I'm very blessed to say that they have been together all of my life. That's not something that you see commonly these days, so I'm very, very happy to be able to say that. And I have a 19-year-old sister. Her name is Emily, and she's also incredible, really godly girl, so blessed to have her as my sister as well. I have been involved with children's ministry ever since I was a kid. I've done children's ministry at my home church and then the church that I currently go to. So that's been a lot of fun, and this is my journey. The first event that really kind of marked my journey would have to be salvation. And I grew up in a Christian home. We went to church, but I remember mostly going to church with my grandparents. In fact, I went to a VBS with them one summer. It's actually the summer that I went to every VBS in my community. I was that kid. Heard the gospel message on one Thursday, heard the typical ABCs. I was in second grade, so I don't think that I really understood it. And so once the invitation came, I just sat in my seat. But then I saw my sister get up and she went down the aisle, and I thought, oh, this must be important, so maybe I need to go. And so I immediately jumped out of my seat and I ran down the aisle, and I was like, yeah, I did all this, I got saved, I understand the ABCs and everything. And so for a while I lived my life as I had been saved, but I really wasn't. And in 2003 I went to a youth camp with my youth group, and on Thursday night again we heard the evangelist, and he gave a message about making decisions, and he talked about different decisions that you might have to make in your life, whether that be salvation, rededication, or even deciding to become baptized. And that really stood out to me because I had never been baptized, and so I made the commitment to be baptized that night. And then we had church group devotions later that night, and we were going around the room talking about our decisions that we had made, and I said, well, I have made the decision to become baptized, and somebody questioned how that had come about. And it was really in that moment that I had realized that I was not saved, I was not a Christian. And so my youth pastor took me to the dining room of our condo, and he led me in the sinner's prayer. And on July 3rd, 2003, that was the night that I became a Christian. And me and my sister wanted our grandpa to baptize us. He is a retired Baptist minister, and so we really wanted that to happen. And so actually on his birthday, the following Sunday, we got to be baptized by our grandfather. And he has always told us both that it was the best birthday present that he's ever got. So salvation and then being baptized are two huge events that have kind of shaped my journey and brought me to where I am today. In the summer of 2005, I got to attend Infuge with my church. I was in the youth group then, and we went to Charleston, South Carolina, to Charleston Southern University. And that week I got to participate in creative ministries, and through that we were able to go to children's centers and nursing homes, and we were just able to use our creative talents to share the gospel with nursing home residents and with children of all ages. And I remember one particular experience. We were able to go to a children's center, and it was actually a daycare in the house of a lady, and there were all these little kids all crammed in one little house, and so we didn't even get to really perform what we had planned, and so we just spent the time just hanging out with them outside. And so I remember getting there, and I remember seeing this little kid, and I just knew that when I saw him I was supposed to talk to him. And so we just spent the whole day hanging out with him and got to know him, and then the conversation kind of went into the spiritual side of things, and I was able to actually lead him to Christ, which was really, really cool. It was the first kid that I had ever led to Christ, and if you've never experienced that, it's the greatest feeling in the world. I know that it was nothing that I did, but just being able to realize that God has just used you in the life change of that child is just incredible. And so it was really through that event where I really was called to children's ministry and knew that it was what I was supposed to do for the rest of my life. And then I went to Infuge again in 2007, and again was able to participate in creative ministries, and was just really blessed by my Bible study leader. She was incredible. She was on fire for God, and I really wanted to go to Bible study each day. And she just had a huge impact on me, and I knew that at the end of the week she had such an impact that I really wanted to have that same impact on the child. And so my first thought was I really wanted to give back and to work in Fuge. And unfortunately, I was not old enough to work in Fuge at the time, and so she introduced me to Central Kid. And little did I know that a year later, I would be serving my first summer as a Central Kid staffer. So Fuge has played a huge role in my life. It's where I was called to ministry, and also where God led me to Central Kid. I worked Central Kid for the past 2 summers, and they have definitely been life-changing experiences for me. I've learned so much about myself, so much about God, and just have really grown as a person and as a Christian. So many kids have crossed my path, and I've been able to minister to them in so many different ways. And it's just brought me really to where I am today, to my 3rd summer of Central Kid. And I know that God is going to continue to use me in my 3rd summer of Central Kid this summer.
For the past 2 years, I've been able to work in a 1st grade classroom as an assistant teacher. And while this has given me more of a passion for education, it's somewhat been a challenge. Having worked in the public school system, you obviously can't go in and share your faith or say the name of Jesus. And so when I first began this journey, I kind of prayed about it, and I said, God, give me opportunities to where I can still share my faith without having to say your name physically, because I'm not able to do that. And so it's been really cool to see how I've been able to minister to 1st graders and other students without even having to say the name of Jesus, just by loving them for who they are. And I've been able to help them through hard situations, and just been able to really just love them and show them the love of Christ. And so I know that in the future, in my future classroom, that I'll be able to minister to students, and I know that I'm not going to be able to say the name of Jesus, but I feel like they'll be able to see Christ in my life, and so that really excites me.
I think as far as 3 things that I bring to the team, I would first have to say creativity. Creativity is just something I feel like I possess in every aspect of my life. I just enjoy doing things in different ways, and I think this summer that you'll be able to see creativity through teaching Bible study in different ways, and decorating Bible study rooms. That's what I'm really looking for at camp. And just doing things in different ways, I think that's something you have to have in order to teach children, and I look forward to bringing out the creative side in you guys on the team. The second thing I feel like I possess would probably have to be encouragement. I love to encourage others. I think that it's something crucial that you have to have throughout the summer, because camp is a hard job, and sometimes you just need that encouragement. So I really look forward to encouraging each and every one of you this summer. And I guess the third thing that I would say is I feel like I possess a lot of passion or enthusiasm. There's really hardly nothing that I ever do that I don't have passion for, and I think that this summer you'll be able to see my passion through every aspect of camp, whether that be through building relationships with you guys, or through teaching Bible study, or helping kids to participate in worship. So I think that I'm just enthusiastic about lots of things, so I look forward to putting that into play this summer act. Something else that you should know about me is that I love missions. I'm a big believer that missions should be a part of your everyday lifestyle, and so that's really what it's become to me. And especially with the situation of Haiti, I've prayed about it for a long time of what I could do to help. I've given to different organizations and gone to different benefits, but never really have been able to do something personally, do something big. So I've been praying, and God just kind of finally put that opportunity in my path, and it's actually something that you guys can be praying about as we're still in the prayer stage. But one of my professors and myself are currently working on a project where we want to raise money and purchase a bus that we will then turn into a mobile classroom, and then the second part of that project will take that bus to Haiti, where kids can get on the bus and they can be educated, and they can also learn the gospel of Jesus Christ. So it's a huge thing, and I'm really excited. I think it's a huge leap of faith. But again, I think that God's going to bless it. So we're still in kind of the prayer stage, so that's something that you can be praying about. But this summer, I look forward to teaching missions as my track time, and helping to educate children that come to camp about missions, and also helping you guys to get excited about missions at camp.